I will treasure that applause forever. I have never been applauded for tuning before.
Okay.
Another sea shanty.
This started out as a traditional sea shanty about going around Cape Horn, or as it was referred to, going around the corner. And somehow it kind of turned into Bo Diddley Goes to Sea. I don't know quite how that happened, but forgive us. Nothing up the sleeve. Bo Diddley, see what I mean? Well, around the corner we will go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. Well, now Sally Brown is the girl for me. Round the corner, Sally. She's waiting there by the mango tree. Round the corner, Sally. She loves me deep, she loves me long. Round the corner, Sally. She loves me hot, she loves me strong. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. Well, I wish I had that girl in tow.
Round the corner, Sally.
I'd tow her up to Callio. Round the corner, Sally. Where every man gets his flowing bowl. Round the corner, Sally. And Sally, she is a cheery soul. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Around the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Around the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Around the corner, Sally. Well, I heard the old man say. Round the corner, Sally. Just one more pull, lads, and be late. Round the corner, Sally. Just one more pull and that'll do. Round the corner, Sally. For we are the lads to kick her through. Around the corner, Sally. So round her up and stretch her luck. Round the corner, Sally. I think by God we've hauled enough. Round the corner, Sally. Allie. Thank you.
That was awesome. So did any of you see a movie called The Wicker Man? The original version, not the remake, which was, I hear, very good. I've only seen the old one. There is some amazing music played by some extremely good players in that movie, which you may not have noticed because you were too busy being absolutely scared to death by the movie.
And one of those songs was called The Landlord's Daughter. And so what happened here is we ran across a French sea shanty
called La Margot
that kind of needed translating.
And I looked at the lyrics. I speak a little bit of French, and I looked at the lyrics and was like, we are not singing this song.
It didn't work. It wasn't.
A lot of French songs are awesome. This one is ooky, despite the really charming melody and the charming chorus and the charming bits.
We adopted some of the words from the other song, from The Landlord's Lovely Daughter, and kind of made them, fused them together in the way that we like to do. So this is, we still call it La Margot, and it is about a lovely landlord's daughter.
A very generous, open-hearted, loving girl.
Very popular with the
Everyone,
especially the Navy. Well, not the Navy,
no,
but I mean
the sailors.
The sailors, yeah.
She has a soft spot
the
for
fleet,
sailors.
yeah. Or whatever.
Let me just a bit of that too. Okay, thank you.
So we thought we'd play a little tune to start it out called "The Cuckoo's Nest,"
Which is a euphemism.
Yeah, so. 1, 2, 3. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, the landlord's lovely daughter. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, the landlord's lovely daughter. She's won the heart of every crew that sails upon the water. Oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, you will never love another. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, you'll never love another. Still, she's not the kind of girl that you take home to your mother. Oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, hurrah, Margot. Whenever her name is mentioned, hurrah, Margot, Berry B, whenever her name is mentioned, hearts of every gentleman, they stand up at attention. Oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, oh, nothing can delight so. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, oh, nothing can delight so as the part of her that lies between her left toe and her right toe. Oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot. So hurrah, Margot, Berry B, the landlord's lovely daughter. Hurrah, Margot, Berry B, the landlord's lovely daughter. She always knows just what to do with the cabin boy and the captain too, 'cause she's had a screw with every crew that sails upon the water. Oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, Margot, oh, we say, oh, till Larry go. Hurrah, la la.
And in French, tire l'arigot is evidently slang for let's get really, really, really stinky drunk. So you can see why we didn't want to sing the rest of the song.
Shocking.
So another song from last month's Halloween-ish styled gig at the Couth Buzzard.
But this is a sea song. This is just a spooky sea song. So this is about a ghostly sailor. One of those. It's a song. It's originally a poem by C. Fox Smith, who wrote wonderful nautical poetry at the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, and this is about the idea that sailors would get attached to their ships, and this one got so attached that he just couldn't leave no matter what.
Even after he was dead, he was still there.
This is called the Tryphina's Extra Hand.
That's it. Next year you should go as the Tryphina's Extra Hand.
On the clipper ship Tryphina, rolling norward from the yard, with the trade winds blowing cuddy and her flying kites a-shine, 65 days from Angier, with a freight of Foochow teas, there a sailor man lay dying, and the words he spoke were these. Many a year I've sailed this packet, and I've got to like her well, and I've not much hope of heaven, and I've not much use for hell, but if so be as they let me, by the great hook block I swear, when the old Tryphina wants me, it's dead as living, I'll be there. And there'll be one more at the halyards, there'll be one more on the yard, fisting down from thundering courses when they're frosted good and hard. One more Italian on the forebrace when the waist neck deep in foam. One more hand to sweat the topsails up and sheet to Gansel's home. So just off the western island, when he smelt the land, he died, and they laid aback the mainyard, and they dropped him overside, and then they squared away for England, bully hauling with a will. But for all they thought they left him, well, he sailed aboard her still. And the chaps as was his shipmates, they went the way as all chaps go. And the folks as was her owners, they sold the old ship long ago. But whoever owned or sold her, and whoever went or came, the Tryphina's extra hand, he sailed aboard her just the same. He never signed no articles, he never drawed no pay, he never scoffed no victuals, but by night as well as day, although you'd never know was coming, and you'd never see him go, he'd be always somewheres handy when it's coming on a below. And he'd stand by wheel and look out, and you kind of feel him near, kind of see him and not see him, kind of hear him and not hear. But the funny thing about it was you somehow couldn't swear, though you knew it sure as shooting, when the extra hand was there. And there'd be one more at the halyards, there'd be one more on the yard, fisting down from thundering courses when they're frosted good and hard. One more tallying on the forebrace when the waist neck deep in foam. One more hand to sweat the topsails up, sheet to Gensel's home. And in port, when all the crew had gone ashore to take their ease, and they left the ship as lonely and as quiet as you please, not a blessed soul aboard her, but the galley cat and you, and then you'd hear a sort of something. More than once I've heard it too. Like someone up aloft there, puttering round amongst the gear, seizing there another rattling, putting on a mousing here, and rum-tumming old tunes over, such as shellbacks used to know in the good old China tea trade, many's a year ago.
Thank you. Thanks. Nice reverb. It's perfect for these kinds of songs. And that is something, you know, we rarely play through a sound system when we're at little places like this, but we love coming here to play through this sound system because it sounds so awesome, at least for us on stage. I don't know what it sounds like out there. I bet it's pretty nice, though, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. That's really, really nice sound. Thank you.
Yeah, it is always a pleasure. Okay.
So you want to hear my joke, since he's busy?
Good,
You guys have heard this before. I'll tell it again, though. So there's these two parrots, and they're sitting on a perch, and the one parrot says to the other one, do you smell fish?
Wow, it's like you could hear crickets.
Two parrots sitting on a perch. That's why William downloaded all those hurdy-gurdy jokes, because my jokes are terrible. The other one is, I have another joke. This is so exciting. My other joke is, if it weren't for the ocean liners, all the water would run out. I think we found your level.
It's a difference
it's like a bathtub ring, isn't it?
It's a difference between a hurdy-gurdy and a trampoline.
Yes.
That's good. Eventually you get tired of jumping on a trampoline. Another Janie Maneely song that we love.
Our hero, Janie Maneely.
Of an encounter between a Chesapeake Bay mermaid
You'll sing along, right? Hey,
and
good.
kind of a good old boy fisherman called a waterman out there on the Chesapeake Bay named Bunky, who has the luck, I won't say what kind, to encounter this comely mermaid. But,
Sort
well,
of. She's not comely.
If you've been out on a fishing boat for, month after month,
That's
let's
true.
see, yeah,
Pretty much anything with a female figure
that
is
makes
going
the
to look
whole
good to
thing
you.
kind of stick.
Your high stress. So this is one of Janie's biggest hits, along with Twiddles. There's several versions of this abounding about the United States. This is ours, and it is in fact recorded and in a studio, but we have run out of money to finish the project. So we're thinking about trying like an Indiegogo campaign, or yes, you guys would be into that. Or maybe in like an adopt a song program. There's only 5 songs on the album, so it won't cost much to get it pressed and mastered and all that stuff. But anyway, I'll be keeping. Sign my mailing list if you want to hear more about that, and I'll let you know.
Meanwhile,
Back to the song.
back at to the Chesapeake Bay. 2, 3, Well, Bunky, he was waiting for a big old fish to strike, daydreaming about women and the fight on Friday night. He hocked a loogie off the side and took another chew. When something starts to thrash, and such as feisty fishes do, no sooner Bunky cocks his head, a female form appears. Why, it's Nasty Nell the mermaid, just as sure as Bud is beer. Damn it, Captain, she pipes up, you snaggled my caboose. I'll give you to the count of 2 to up and cut me loose. Well, hold on, Sister, Bunky says, I don't believe we met. Why don't you just thrash until that hook is good and set? And then I'll haul you up on deck, and won't we have a time? Why, a salty gal such as yourself would probably suit me fine. Now, Nellie ain't no beauty, I forgot to tell you that. Tattoos on her biceps and the barnacles up her back. Seaweed sprouting from her chest, a scar across her gut. And she cursed like Annie Bluenose when she got her dander up. Go to hell, says Nasty Nell, stubbing her cigar. Oh, you're nothing but a lily-livered, lousy lump of lard. I jumped the bones of Davy Jones or sit on Ahab's knee before I let the likes of you lay your chickered mitts on me. Well, Bunky starts to chuckle just to see the mermaid spit, and he settles in his deck chair so's to watch her pitch a bit. Tell me when you're tired, love, he says to Nasty Nell. I don't want you all tuckered when I ring that party bell. Now listen, Buster, Nellie snaps, this isn't any joke. Piss me off, and in a flash I'll up and sink your boat. I loves a spunky lady, Bunky answers with a grin, and he grabs his fish and tackle and he starts to crank her in. Go to hell, says Nasty Nell, stubbing her cigar. Oh, you're nothing but a lily-livered, lousy lump of lard. I jumped the bones of Davy Jones or sit on Ahab's knee before I let the likes of you lay your chickered mitts on me. Well, there, Bunky tells her, there's no need to be distraught. All's fair in love and fishing, and you're the one got caught. But Nellie held a mirror up and flashed it from her hand. I got $50, says you ain't setting foot again on land. With that she flapped her scaly tail and jiggled loose that hook. She flipped old Bunk the finger, and without a second look, she dove down deep and swam away without a pretty please. Just as Bunky felt the water start to swirl around his knees. Go to hell, says Nasty Nell, stubbing her cigar. Oh, you're nothing but a lily-livered, lousy lump of lard. I jumped the bones of Davy Jones or sit on Ahab's knee before I let the likes of you lay your chickered mitts on me. Well, it's a lesson for the learning. For those that would be wise, steer clear of them, they're mermaids, what'll cut you down to size. They are the stuff of legend, such as found in any book. Why, a mermaid, she can sink you with a single dirty look. There's countless songs and stories, though no witnesses survive. They don't appear inclined to leave us sailor boys alive. They'll flash that bloody mirror, and down in the sea you'll drop. Just ask our buddy Bunky next time he washes up. Go to hell, says Nasty Nell, stubbing her cigar. Oh, you're nothing but a lily-livered, lousy lump of lard. I jumped the bones of Davy Jones or sit on Ahab's knee before I let the likes of you lay your chickered mitts on me. Go to hell, says Nasty Nell, stubbing her cigar. Oh, you're nothing but a lily-livered, lousy lump of lard. I jumped the bones of Davy Jones or sit on Ahab's knee before I let the likes of you lay your chickered mitts on me. Thank you. Oh,
Good singing, you guys.
another song we picked up on our travels. We played at this International Festival of the Sea in Portsmouth, England, a number of years ago. And these kind of festivals are always fun because you get to hear a lot of people you never run across before. And on the bill was an act called the New Scorpion Band. We thought, wow, this sounds really badass. This has got to be like this heavy metal.
Heavy metal shanty band. That's what we need. They exist. Don't laugh.
It's like,
I'm serious.
So anyhow, so we make it. We can go to see the New Scorpion Band. So we get our seats. We run in. We have a free period and get into this auditorium. We're going, okay, bring them on. Yeah, rah, New Scorpion Band. We're ready. And I thought, man, this is odd, because when they first started carrying instruments on, the first thing they brought was like a tuba and a banjo. And I was like, what kind of heavy death metal band is this? So it turned out that the New Scorpion Band was this recreation of an old English traditional village band, and so it had tubas and horns and banjos and a little pump organ and all sorts of fun things, and they had some terrific songs as well. And this was one.
They were charming as heck.
They kind of made it sound very Church of England, hymn number 475.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. But it's a song called Heaven's a Bar, and we found out afterwards that it was actually written for a play, and it was supposed to be for little rats that had come off the ship's hold, and they were sitting around in a little rat bar, and they were singing this song about sailors and the life of sailors and heaven for sailors. Anyhow, we thought it was just charming, and worked it out, and I could try it on this octave mandolin instead of the guitar for a change, so be gentle, because I've never tried this before. Ready?
Yep.
Give it a go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Heaven's a bar down by the dock where the liquor is free. It keeps a great stock. There's always a place, always a smile for a sailor come home from sea. The girls are all beauties, they dance and they sing. They will treat an old tar like a lord or a king. Heaven's a bar down by the dock where there's liquor for all and it's free. They're in the snug, drinking with me, shipmates return from 7 salt seas. Tarry-tailed tars, gold-buckled shoes, the cream and the dregs of the crew. They're just sailors ashore with a dream in their eye, who saw the world's end where the sea meets the sky. Visions remain, wonders recalled by the trinkets that hang on the wall. Heaven's a bar down by the dock where the liquor is free. They keeps a great stock. There's always a place, always a smile for a sailor come home from sea. Late in the night, clouds hurry past, the moon winks and goes, the doors are barred fast. charts are laid out. The contraband found, all the crossbones marked out on the ground. The figurehead does it, and she never gets tired. She beckons a breeze from her berth by the fire. Songs roll around, waves hit the bar, till the bottles wash up on the shore. Heaven's above, down by the dock, where the liquor is free, they keeps a great stock. There's always a place, always a smile for a sailor come home from sea. For a sailor come home from sea. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tim Laycock wrote that.
Well, thank you so much. We've had a wonderful time tonight, and those little stealth hugs by that little girl were just awesome. Oh my God, was that cute. Anyway, we've had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for coming out and
Just going to do a couple more, I think.
singing
here.
and listening.
Just okay.
Thank you for contributions that you may have made to our contribution basket. We forgot to mention it because we're marketing geniuses. But we do appreciate those. And if you bought CDs, I thank you again, and we hope you enjoy those. Thanks so much to Soul Foods for having us here. Sound Foods, that's a
Sound
different
Foods
place.
is a place on Vashon Island here. We're a little far away from Vashon.
I know. Eventually you play all the places, and they all have different names. And
But you can mistake one for the other, and there you go. So we're playing, I think it's next weekend, isn't it? No? Not
I think
next
the week
weekend?
after.
Week after, we're playing in Greenwood in Seattle at a little place called the Couth Buzzard, which is also a very nice place to hear us. That's acoustic, so you can get really up close and personal. And actually, it's a pretty popular concert next time because we're doing our Death and Disasters at Sea set, which means that all the songs have at least one death in them. Some of them have nothing but death in them.
We got more drownings. We got pirate attacks. We got ghostly sailors. We got... You name it.
You name it, we got it.
So that's always a lot of fun. Comes about because there was a famous maritime disaster. Well, there's one on every, it's the anniversary on every day. But this particular one is about a lifeboat disaster on the coast of England back in the day.
Nothing to do with our last song. Thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. This last song is called Maui, and this was a request, and it was.
Let's see if we can remember it. 1, 2, 3, and. Once more we are blown by the northern gale, bounding o'er the main, and those green hills are those tropic isles we soon shall see again. Our 5 moonless moons have waxed and waned since from our shore sailed we. But now we're bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Once more the clouds in the topping gale, our good ship bore away. But in the midst of the moonbeams' kiss, we slept in St. Lawrence Bay, where there's a many's a day that we whiled away on that cold Kamchatka Sea. But now we're bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Many's the blow of frost and snow, bitter squalls and hail. Our yards were bent and our sails were rent as we braved the northern gale. On the horrid isles of the ice-cut tiles that deck the polar sea, they are many leagues astern since we sailed to old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Well, it's an ample share of toil and care while men undergo, but we don't give a damn when the gales are done. How hard the winds do blow, we are homeward bound, that joyful sound. And yet it may not be, but we'll think on that as we laugh and chat with the girls of old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. We're rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Thanks very much for coming out and sticking around. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. Come back again. Hear more music here. Thank you.
Encore. Okay.
It happens to be on our list. But we thought you'd all want to go home, so.
Okay.
You guys.
Aren't you sweet?
We'll pay you later, okay?
Bruce Springsteen Goes to Sea. Ready? Thanks, yes. 2, 3, and... Well, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Well, you can go ashore, collect your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. You can go ashore, collect your gear, leave her, Johnny, leave her. And we will leave her docked at the West Street Pier, and it's time for us to leave her. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Well, the winds were foul and the seas ran high. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. You know, we shipped 'em green and none went by, and it's time for us to leave her. Yeah, the winds were foul and the work was hard. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. From the Liverpool docks to the Brooklyn yard, and it's time for us to leave her. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. I'll leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Well, there was the rotten meat and the weevily bread. Leave her, Johnny, leave her, and you can pump or die, the old man said. And it's time for us to leave her. Yeah, the winds were foul and the trip was long. Leave her, Johnny, leave her, but before we go we'll sing this song. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the times were hard and the wages low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. But now once more ashore we'll go. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. The voyage is done, the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You guys are so sweet. Thanks again for having us. This was really fun. All that stuff. Tip your servers. That's right. Say hi to the people at home.